What's going on, YouTube? My name is Randy, and today we got some topics to get into. We got some trades talk to get into about the New York Mets and the Pirates being interested in a trade with each other, and the Mets are interested in Mitch Keller, Pirate pitcher, starting pitcher, a guy that has a 3.64 ERA and a 3-10 record. To me, this is a guy that I feel that the Mets should have interest in. He's a guy that is not going to be a free agent until the 2028 season. So this is a guy that the Mets should be interested. Obviously, we know with the pitching issues, Griffin Canning, Tyler McGill, Senga, Sean Manaea, all these pitchers injured, and we know that the Mets need pitching help. So when it comes to the New York Mets, we know that the Mets need pitching help, and a guy like Mitch Keller is a guy that's been around the league for a little bit, but is a guy that has plus stuff, has a really good fastball, has some really good nice slider breaking pitches. This is a guy that when it comes to the New York Mets, there definitely should be some interest there. But what would the Pirates even want when it comes to trading for a guy or trading Mitch Keller? And are they willing to trade Mitch Keller? We know that the Pirates are not a good team. We know that they are a losing team, but they have been winning a lot of games lately. So maybe they could be a buyer by the trade deadline. Who knows? But definitely, I feel when it comes to the New York Mets, the Mets need to make some type of trade. Whether it is for a starting pitcher, a bullpen pitcher, but definitely for a starting pitcher. That is what the Mets really need now. When it comes to the Mets really needing a pitcher, we know that there was a report about what's it called? Yeah, there was a report, and Ronny Mauricio, and there was talks about Ronny Mauricio in a trade with Mitch Keller and the Pirates, but that's not an official trade or anything like that. But yeah, it was a report that maybe there could be some type of interest in Ronny Mauricio and that type of stuff. So I feel like I wouldn't want the Mets to trade Ronny Mauricio. I think he's a guy that has a lot of potential, and we know that he's missed some time with the injury. He tore his ACL, but this is a guy that has potential. He has power. He has speed. This is a guy that we know has plate discipline issues, but he's looking better at the plate in the major league level, and that is something that is really good to see. Now, overall, when it comes to the New York Mets, guys, Mitch Keller is not going to be a free agent to the 2028 season, so that is huge. But what will a package look like for Mitch Keller to the New York Mets? What would that actually look like? Let's get right into it, man, here. We know that the Mets have some potential trade chips. We know that they got guys like Ronny Mauricio. They got guys like Drew Gilbert. They got guys like Blake Tidwell. They got Ryan Clifford, Luis Angel Acuna. But who are the Mets even willing to trade, and why? What would a trade actual package look like for the New York Mets? I feel that Ronny Mauricio should not be in these trade packages. That is how I feel. I feel that there is so much potential with Ronny Mauricio, and this is a guy that the Mets should keep. I think this is a guy, a lot of potential, speed, power, and man, that when he swings the bat, he hit a ball today that was 111.3 exit velocity, man. This is a guy that I feel that the Mets should keep. He plays pretty okay defense as well. I think he's a pretty okay defender. We know that he is tall, so it is a little harder to get down on those balls than a guy like Luis Angel Acuna that is a small defender. But I like Ronny Mauricio a lot, and I don't think that the Mets should trade him. But what about a guy like maybe Drew Gilbert? And we're going to look at the numbers here for Drew Gilbert, who is batting. Let's see. What is he batting? Let me see here. Yes. In the AAA level, guys, he has had 266 at-bats, but he has an average of 244, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a 782 OPS. Now, this is a guy that the Pirates should be interested in. When it comes to the outfielders, the Pirates don't have a lot of outfielders. So I think they got Brian Reynolds, but they don't have a lot of outfielders. So I think that the Mets trading Drew Gilbert to the Pirates in a trade for Mitch Keller would be a pretty good fit for the Pirates to me. Because you really only got O'Neal Cruz, who O'Neal Cruz is a good one, but I don't know if he's gonna be around with the Pirates for that long, to be honest. So, yeah, the Pirates are really, they're not a good team, and they could be making a trade soon. And they could trade a guy like O'Neal Cruz. They could trade a guy like Brian Reynolds, Mitch Keller. Like, who knows what they do. But I think Drew Gilbert is a guy that obviously he came in the trade for the Justin Verlander trade. And to me, I like Drew Gilbert. I think he's good. I think, the 782 OPS is not bad. 11 home runs. He has some power and 41 RBIs, 244 batting average, but he's missed some time. Last year, he did not play a lot. He was injured, had a big injury with his hamstring. So he's missed some time. But overall, this season, he's looking healthier. He's looking better at the plate. And I think, why not? I mean, why not put him in a package? And a guy like maybe Drew Gilbert, Blade Tidwell is also another guy that we've seen at the major league level for a couple of starts, and he's made some starts, and he's looked pretty good. I think that the one against Philly was really good, and the last start that he made also was good. But I like Blade Tidwell's stuff. He has a really good fastball. He has some pretty okay breaking pitches. It's not like those amazing breaking pitches, but he has those pitches that could be a number 3 starter, a number 4 starter in the MLB. I think Blade Tidwell can get there, and I think he, with just learning and the development and being at the major league level, I think he would be a good player for the Pirates. So, I mean, if the Mets were to trade Mitch Keller for a guy like and Blade Tidwell and Drew Gilbert and maybe a Marco Vargas, maybe that type, maybe that could be a deal. When it comes to the New York Mets and prospects, we don't know exactly what David Stearns is going to do. Is he willing to trade these guys? Who is untouchable? Who isn't untouchable? But to me, I feel like I like these guys a lot, but you can't keep them all. That's the only thing about the thing. Yeah, that's the only thing. You can't keep them all. But I like Ryan Clifford. He's another guy that maybe the Mets could trade here. And to me, let me see here, his numbers. So, yeah, Ryan Clifford has had 258 58 at-bats. He's in the Binghamton, the AA for the Mets. And he has a 244 batting average with 15 home runs, 46 RBIs, 842 OPS. I think Ryan Clifford is a guy that also could be of interest to the Pirates. And at the end of the day, you got to give something to get something, and you can't keep all these prospects. So maybe the Mets do make a trade for these guys. I think it could be a fit. I don't think that the Mets should trade Ronny Mauricio. To me, I see so much talent in the kid. But at the end of the day, we don't know what David Stearns is going to do. But I found it interesting that the Mets and the Pirates already are talking or interested in a guy like Mitch Keller. I found that interesting because we know that the trade deadline is coming up. We're already in July. And, yeah, we want our team to be better. And we know that the Mets pitching has been a big issue. But what prospect are the Mets going to trade? I don't exactly know. But those type of prospects, also, you could trade a Luis Angel Acuna. Those type of prospects, Luis Angel Acuna showed some promise in the major league level last year. He showed some promise. He showed pretty okay. So, yeah, he to me, Luis Angel Acuna hasn't got the real opportunity day in and day out to be a major leaguer. But this is a guy that could get an opportunity on another team as well. So when it comes to the New York Mets, we know that the Mets have a lot of prospects, and you can't keep all of these prospects. So we'll see what the Mets do, even if the Mets do anything. I like Mitch Keller. I mean, you got him for control over until the 2028, after the 2028 season. So that is a lot of control, and starting pitching and control is hard to find. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, it was a little, all over the place. But overall, hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. My name is Randy. Let's go, Mets. I'm out of here.